Alright guys, this is the Lehrbehr here for round 2 of this 8-4 AVR draft for the MTGO. We will play first considering our deck. It's very nice that we've won all these die rolls. Considering our hand, I think this is keepable. If we draw one land, we will be very strong considering that Croon Striker, Riot Ringleader into Thatcher Revolt is really powerful. So I'm not going to mulligan. If we don't draw a land, we could just lose this, but I think that our opponent mulligans to 6. We'll see what he does. He seems to be hesitating. So if we can actually pull this off, we'll definitely be in a very good slot because we'll be swinging in for 3. We'll be swinging in for a lot, and our opponent mulligan to 5. So we'll see what we can do here. Once again, we have a white card in our hand with no planes, but you know, what can you do? And we draw the land, so I think this is going to be, a very interesting, set of events that we're about to see here. We'll play the planes. We're going to play the Riot Ringleader, and swing in for 3. And then next turn, if he doesn't play anything, I think I'm just going to play the Mad Prophet and swing in instead of the Thatcher Revolt. I don't think there's really a need to play out the Thatcher Revolt just yet. So he plays out Kessig Malcontents. It's going to deal 1 damage to me, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so if we play Thatcher Revolt, we are going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and then 16. But he'll probably block here, so he'll go down to 4. And then the next turn we can play either Mad Prophet or Moorland Inquisitor, maybe both. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think just playing Thatcher Revolt and taking care of the Riot Ringleader, because he will block that. So we're going to play out the Thatcher Revolt right now. Deal 13 to him on turn 4. Actually, not 13. I'm sorry. That was a miscount. I'll do 12, which is still perfectly fine. That play is still right, but my math was a bit off. Yes, and we're gonna begin to hold lands in our hand just in case we have to Mad Prophet to discard. He will play a Spectral Prism, which is perfectly fine with me, and a Nephilim Smuggler. We're gonna swing in with the Mad Prophet. We're going to hold both of these lands, but we're going to definitely swing in with the Mad Prophet. And he's stuck on lands as well, so I mean this wasn't exactly, he mulliganed to 5, so this wasn't exactly the most, fair game, I guess. Unfortunately, so we'll see what happens. We got a Croon Striker. I don't think we want to swing in here. I think we just want to play the Croon Striker, discard a card and see what we can do. I don't see the point. I think the card advantage from Mad Prophet at this point is better than swinging into him and just trading. Because I think next turn we'll be able to do, crazy things as well. And there are enough cards in our deck that will basically just finish off this game that I feel fine getting the card advantage from Mad Prophet and getting rid of these lands. So he plays Handwear Lancer. Heal Soulbond. He chooses not to attack, which I find weird since it had Vigilance anyway. So we're going to discard the planes. And we get Thatcher Revolt anyway. So this is exactly what I meant in terms of, like, we will there are enough cards in our deck that will just win the game anyway, that it's perfectly fine doing something like this. So he's tapped out, just making sure he's at 3, so playing Thatcher Revolt will win the game. Yep, and that looks to be it. Yep, okay. So we're going to move on to game 2. So he played a Nephilim Smuggler and a Handwear Lancer. I'm just going to make sure that my sound is on and that I am recording. Yes, okay, cool. That would really suck. You know, I really don't think that we need to change anything about our deck. I think our deck is, like, fine enough. Like, I wouldn't want to bring in another Thatcher Revolt. I think our deck is fine. He's playing red, so bringing in the heirs isn't worth it. The Mad Prophets are better in that case. Yep, there's no real reason to, so we're just going to submit. We won't be on the play for this game, but we still draw pretty ridiculously. His hand is perfectly fine. No, we will not mulligan. He keeps his hand of 7 this time. And he has Bladed Bracers, which is perfectly fine. We'll play the Mountain first. And then depending on what he plays, I still think we play the Croon Striker here. He plays a Nephilim Smuggler, which is fine. We'll play the Plains, and then play the Croon Striker. And then next turn, if he equips and swings, we'll play the Fervent Cathar. And, yep. I'd imagine he was going to play a land soon as well. But, we'll swing in for 5. He doesn't have a land here. So, you know, these games might be a little bit quick, but we'll see what happens. You never know. But we're going to make sure he can't block, and we'll swing in for 5. And then next turn, I feel like it's perfectly fine if we play out the Mad Prophet and trade. I'm fine trading my Mad Prophet or, you know, any one of these creatures for his Nephilim Smuggler, because Zealous Strike will take out a guy that we can't trade with, is my reasoning. So he plays Spectral Prism. Prison, rather. We have Thatcher Revolt. I think we may actually want to I'm just thinking, because Mad Prophet will get us card advantage. We do have like lands that we don't need at this point, so we can get rid of them, and Thatcher Revolt isn't very good without you know, a card to go with it, really. So I think we're just going to play out the Mad Prophet and pass here. He's stuck on lands. This may be wrong. Tell me what you guys think about this play. But I don't think swinging here is correct, because he will block the Mad Prophet with the Nephilim Smuggler. He'll go down to 13, but then if he draws a card and plays something else, we will be in a bad place. So I think I'd rather play out the Mad Prophet and then, you know, toss my Mountain and see what I can draw. So he doesn't have anything. He'll swing in with Vigilance, which is fine. We'll get rid of the Mountain. And he plays a Snapdrake, which is perfectly fine with me since it can't block. We'll just do this now. There's no real difference. And we get a Riot Ringleader, which is exactly what we were looking for, really. And now I do feel fine trading the Mad Prophet for the Nephilim Smuggler if he does choose to do that. No, he doesn't. So, in the end, he might have just, you know, ended up doing the exact same thing, but we could have gotten in maybe 4 damage next turn. He'd be at 7 right now, and next turn he would really be in trouble, but he's stuck on lands anyway. But that's really no excuse to play loosely. Tell me what you guys think. I still think that saving the Mad Prophet there was probably the best play. And we draw Cathar's Crusade, but we'll just play the Thatcher Revolt and swing in with everyone. Oops. And he blocks the Riot Ringleader as you would expect, but he's gonna take enough damage to kill him. So that was round 2, relatively quick. So we'll see what we can do in the finals. This is Lehrbehr. Tell me if I messed up on anything. Just leave any comments about general gameplay. And I'll see you guys in the final round.